Hello everybody, welcome back to MTG Bulk Mythic. Today I'm going to be talking to you about Jumpstart. For those of you who don't know what Jumpstart is, it is a format that Wizards of the Coast came out with. It is a format where there are a set of packs, and each pack has 20 cards in it, right? A booster pack. And that pack is built around a theme, and those 20 cards consist of cards of that theme and some lands. So you take two of those, shuffle them together, and you have a 40 card deck. And all these packs are meant to just kind of be mixed and matched together and things like that. And they made one set of it. That set consisting of 40 something different themes and 120-ish different packs that you could get of different lists of those themes in total, right? And now I bought a couple booster packs of it, opened it up, and I really enjoyed it. And we haven't heard a whole lot about it since. I know they had some supply issues. They weren't able to print as much as they wanted to. But what I've done here is I've taken it upon myself to make a couple custom packs. And I have the packs that I've opened saved, and I have these custom packs here and some others I'm going to make. But what I want to do is build a cube, right? So I essentially do have a cube, about 20, 30 packs worth of a cube. And the goal is to be able to replay it over and over and over again, because I had a really good time about it. So it's kind of a mix between limited and constructed, where you don't have to do the deck building because half the deck building is done for you. You just kind of have to crack the packs open and put it together and play. So it was a lot of fun, and I've taken this, I've kind of run with it. So here what I have in front of me are two different lists of blue, green, snow. Now the traditional Jumpstart packs, they were one color each. So when you mix two of them together, you only had two colors, which made the land kind of more consistent, only being two colored. And in these, I've gone the extra step and gone with two colors in this pack. And then we run the risk there of having packs of a third color, making our lands kind of difficult. But one thing that came about in the Jumpstart was there's a land that was of the one color, but you could choose a second color for it to be. So it was a come into play tapped dual land that you got to choose what the second color was. And then of course in Kaldheim, we got these awesome two-colored snow lands. So we had the two-colored snow lands, and we got Shimmerdrift Vale, which is also a snow land, but it comes to the battlefield tapped. You could choose whatever color you want it to be. So between those two and the one that's already in the packs, I felt that there was a lot more mana fixing, and you will see in these lists too that there's additional mana fixing that I accounted for to try to make it a little bit more playable in the event that you happen to have a three-color deck, right? And I'm going to show you this too. Not only do you have these two lands, which are a dual land and then a land of whatever color you want, 3 snow-covered islands and 3 snow-covered forests, right? So you will have what you need there, and you will see again once I get to the deck list what the rest of the mana fixing is. So that's the mana base for both of these 20-card packs. It's a total of 8 lands, so you have 12 playables. So we'll go into the first pack here, and I have them in casting cost order to kind of show the curve. So in this one we have Frost Augur, which is a 1/2 for 1. You can pay a snow and tap it to look at the top card of your library. If it's a snow card, you may reveal it and put it into your hand, right? So here's a little bit of mana fixing if you run into your snow lands in your deck, and or draw with the rest of the snow cards in here. And then we have the Avalanche Caller, a 2 mana 1/3, pay 2. Target snow land you control becomes a 4/4 elemental creature with hexproof and haste until in a turn still a land. So a little bit of reach as well on that creature. Pilfering Hawk to help you get through your deck. We have Rime Tender. Now this is from Modern Horizons, which had a snow sub thing, and you're going to see some of those cards in here. But this is a little bit of a ramp, a little bit of fixing to, you can tap the Rime Tender to untap another target snow permanent. It's a 2/2 for 2. Then we have Frost Wallow, which is a 2/2 for 3, but you can pay a snow. It gets +2/+2 until in a turn. You can only do this once per turn. So you can make it a 4/4 if you invest an additional mana into it on that turn. We have Spirit of the Aldergard, which is a 0/4 Bear Spirit for 3 and a green. And then when it enters the battlefield, search your library for a Snowland card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Then shuffle your library. Spirit of the Aldergard gets +1/+0 for each snow permanent you control. So it counts itself as a snow permanent. Your other snow lands, other snows in here. But the cool thing about this is it is a little bit of mana fixing. Like if you are desperate to get that second or third color, whatever it might be, you can go search up a Rimewood Falls. You can go search up a Shimmerdrift Vale and go ahead and get the rest of your deck online. Another Modern Horizons card, Abominable Tree Folk, is a star with trample. Its power and toughness are each equal to the number of snow permanents you control. That's lands and other snow permanents. And then when it enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap phase. So it's got a little bit of a freeze ability there too. And then this is a little bit of a reach for this pack because it's Icebreaker Kraken. It's 10 generic and 2 blue for an 8/8 snow creature Kraken. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each snow land you control. So if you only get this one snow pack in this cube, you're only going to have at the most 8 snow lands in your deck, right? So it's a little bit of a reach. I know this is a risk that I'm taking with this pack, but I'm interested to see how it plays out. And then, of course, it has the Pearl Lake Ancient ability with Snowlands. Return 3 Snowlands you control to the owner's hand, and you can return the Kraken to its owner's hand. So it's a little bit of protection of it, but it also slows down your ability to recast it. So let's look at how we can kind of make that happen. Other than the Rime Tender giving us some ramp, the Spirit of the Aldergard giving us some ramp, we have Arkham's Astrolabe, which is a snow artifact that when it enters the battlefield, you draw a card and you can tap one and tap it to add a mana of any color. So there's additional fixing there, and it draws you a card, which, you know, in limited format will get you 2 lands faster. So it's kind of like ramp, but it's really just card advantage. Arkham's Astrolabe has been banned in so many formats because it's a snow mana draw a card that fixes your lands. So if you're curious about really how powerful this card is, go look up what formats it's banned in. You'll know. Right, and then we have 1 and a blue, Winter's Rest, which is our removal for this pack. Enchant creature, when it enters the battlefield, tap enchanted creature, and then as long as you control another snow permanent, it doesn't untap during its untap phase. Its controller's untap phase. So that's our removal for this pack. Then we have Replicator Ring, which is 3 generic mana for a snow artifact. You can add 1 mana of any color, and at the beginning of your upkeep, put a night counter on Replicating Ring. If it has 8 or more night counters on it, then remove all of them and create 8 colorless snow artifact creature tokens named Replicator Ring with tap to add a mana of any color. So this is big ramp right here if you can make the game last long enough. And then here's the other piece of the fixing / let's increase the number of snowlands that we have, and that's Glittering Frost. It's 2 generic and a green. Enchant land. That land is snow, so if you enchant one of your non-snow basic lands, it becomes a snow land. And then it can tap for an additional mana of any color. So you tap it for whatever color of mana it would normally generate, and you can add another mana of an additional color. So that goes towards the fixing, which really helps this when in the event that these become 3-color decks. So that's the first one there, and I'm going to pull the other one out. I'm going to leave these here so we can kind of talk about the differences between the two because they do kind of cross over each other a little bit. And we'll see how, right? So the next one we have Icehide Golem, which is a 2/2 for 1 snow artifact creature. We have Icefang Coatl from Modern Horizons, which is a blue and a green for a 1/1 flash flying snake. And then when it enters the battlefield, draw a card, so it cantrips. And then Icefang Coatl has Death Touch as long as you control at least 3 other snow permanents. So that's a pretty good card right there, a big trick up your sleeve. Here's Sculptor of Winter, which is tap to untap a snow land. Kind of very similar to Rime Tender when it comes to the ramping aspect, but it only targets lands where this and Rime Tender will target other permanents. Another Avalanche Caller, Icehide Troll, 2 and a green for a Troll Warrior. It's a 2/3. You can pay 2 snow, and the troll gets +2/+0 and indestructible until in a turn, and allows you to untap it. So a little bit of aggression there. Boreal Outrider here. Whenever you cast a creature spell, if you spent snow of a color and its cost, it enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. Frostpeak Yeti is a 3/3 for 4, a 1 in a snow, and it can't be blocked this turn. Chiller Pillar from Modern Horizons, 3 in a blue, 3/3 with Monstrosity 2 for 4 snow. So it gets, if you can pay for Snow Snow, it becomes monstrous. It gets 2+1/+1 counters. And then as long as it's monstrous, it has flying. So it becomes a 5/5 flyer. Then we have Moriet of the Frost, which is 2, a green, and 2 blue for a 0/0 changeling. Enters the battlefield as a copy of a permanent you control, except it is legendary and snow in addition to its other types. And if it's a creature, it gets 2 additional +1/+1 counters on it and is a changeling. So this is a little bit more controlling of a deck, this is a little bit more controlling, this is a little bit more aggressive. On that vein, we have the rest of the deck here. Glacial Revelation, 2 and a green. Reveal the top 6 cards of your library. You may put any number of snow permanent cards from among them into your hand and put the rest into your graveyard. So this mixed in with a non-snow deck is going to net you about 50% of those cards. So anywhere between 2 and 4 on average are going to be snow permanents. It's going to allow you to put those into your hand. Glittering Frost and Replicating Ring for the fixing and snow count there. So these are the 2 packs I put together. I'm going to put the list in the description below. Tell me what you think. I'm really interested in building a lot more custom packs. This is my first foray into it, and I felt really comfortable doing so because of the 2-color Snowlands and Shimmerdrift Veil. All right, but if there's other ideas you have out there, let me know. I'm still looking into more things to build. I'm going to have some custom packs. I'm going to try to acquire more actual original Jumpstart packs to complete the collection of those lists, and hopefully hang on to those for when I have a chance to cube them out. So leave some comments below if you really enjoyed this one. In addition to that, I'm going to be posting this on a Facebook group that I started called MTG Jumpstarters. If you're interested in Jumpstart and want to talk about Jumpstart as a format and other custom brews and share your collections and all those things, find us on Facebook, submit to that group, and join the conversation there. All right, let's try to promote this thing and make Wizards do this again, so we get some more packs and we're not just out here on our own. But in the meantime, we'll feed our own frenzy, okay? So join the conversation there. Follow the MTG Bulk Mythic Facebook account as well to find more videos on other subjects. Like this video, leave some comments below, and share with a friend to let everybody know that we're sharing our hobby together.